G'day everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we've got a footy video and this is going to be the top 25 AFL Guernseys in their history. Now the criteria to be eligible in this list is essentially any Guernsey can feature as long as the designs aren't duplicated. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge because there are a lot of good Guernseys out there, but I'm going to have to give my honest ranking top 25. So let's get right into it. Now coming in at number 25 on this list, we have a more recent Guernsey design that was adopted in 2021, which is the GWS Clash design. Now they only use this, I think, for games against Sydney, and that might just be about it. Originally, I didn't like it. I thought it looked crap, but it has grown with me over time, and it stands out very nicely. It has become one of my favourite Guernseys that is currently used in the AFL. Now number 24, we've got another interesting design adopted in 2018. For 2019, I've got a Brisbane Lions Clash Guernsey. Now the colour scheme is interesting. It's unique. It's something that you don't see very often for Guernseys. You get the maroon, the gold, and the white. I love the Brisbane Lions Home Guernsey design, and they've used it on this jumper very nicely, and it's just grown with me, and I like it, so that's why it's there. 23, we've got the Essendon Clash Guernsey they used in 2016. They still use it now, and it's just a major improvement from their old one. They had a grey one. I don't really know why. It just didn't scream Essendon. This does. It's the red. Red looks a whole lot better than grey, and it's a better looking Guernsey than the home design. I got not much more to say about it. I really like the look of it. Now, number 22, we've got the 2018 West Coast Clash Guernsey. They still use this today. It is just another thing that the Eagles did right in 2018 with their whole redesign. The only thing they didn't do right was make a good theme song, but I just like the design. The yellow stands out really nicely. I love yellow on Guernseys. I love the tri-panels, the wings on the side, and the adoption of the new West Coast logo. What's not to like about this Guernsey? In 21, we've got an original Guernsey design way back in 2009, adopted by PortAdelaide. It's a hit or miss, I feel like. I mean, there'll be some that love it, some that hate it. I like it. I do like it. I like the two thunder molts coming out of the middle, black and teal, white at the front, teal at the back. You know, give bonus points for originality. Now, number 20, we've got the Fremantle Home design that they used in 2001 to 2010. A lot of us will have to say that this design looks a whole lot better than their current chevron design. It just screams out the Freo Dockers a lot more. I mean, I just feel like with their new Guernsey design, they've lost their identity a little bit. Like, this just looks a whole lot better. You got the green and the red tri-panels, you got the anchor, and you got, you know, the purple on the bottom. It just, everything about it blends well and works well together. And at number 19, we've got our first Indigenous Guernsey, and this is the 2018 PortAdelaide design. And that is just the standard PortAdelaide home Guernsey with a bunch of designs, Indigenous dot paintings on the Guernsey. But what I like about this most is that they're all in teal. As I said earlier, I love the look of teal. I love the look of this jumper. It's just very nice. Now, number 18, we've got our first St Kilda Guernsey in this list. It's the 2017 to 2019 Clash Guernsey. I love the cross. It just looks nice. It's another one of those Guernseys that just work together. The layout, it just works very nicely. It's just a clean design that works very well. Now, number 17, we've got our first pre-season Guernsey design. I think the only one as well. It's a Richmond design they used from 2012 to 2015. It just looks really cool. You've got the swirls, the yellow swirls, and the grey swirls, and the tiger coming at you. Bold, fierce, aggressive. Awesome. Now, number 16, we've got the inverse of the West Coast away Guernsey. I know it's a similar design, but I thought it was different enough for it to be included twice. It's a 2018 home Guernsey. What's more to say? Just looks a bit better than the away Guernsey. Now, number 15, we've got another home Guernsey design. This was the PortAdelaide design way back in 2000 to 2009. I included this version because the teal is a little bit brighter. And I said it earlier, teal looks really nice, just like the Dockers. It's a unique design that looks nice, but of course in 2010 they changed it to a more simplistic design, which in my opinion doesn't look as good as the one they used back then. Now, number 14, we've got a really cool Hawthorn design they used in 2011 to 2014. It's just a plain sort of white Guernsey, but the hawk in the middle, oh my goodness, how cool does this look? A swooping hawk, probably my favorite Hawks design that they've ever adopted. It just looked really, really nice. It would be cool to see this Guernsey potentially on like a gold background instead of a white. That might even make it look even better. Now, number 13, we've got the 2007 to 2009 Western Bulldogs Home Guernsey design. Now, it's quite a high ranking for a home Guernsey, but the reason why I like it so much is because it's a lighter shade of blue for starters. Really like the red panel. and how they've adopted the dog in the middle. You know, it just looks really nice in my opinion, and that's why it deserves the ranking of 13. And at number 12, we've got a Richmond Indigenous Guernsey they used in 2020. Now, I really like their current away Guernsey. Like, that itself would have made the list, but I decided, because they look similar enough, I'm going to just use the Indigenous design, because Indigenous Guernseys generally look better than the plain Guernseys. Now, number 11, we've got a Guernsey you guys most likely know about it. It's the Sydney Indigenous Guernsey that they've been using since 2018. Now, usually Indigenous Guernseys get changed the designs every year, but it's been used for the past 4 years. Now, that swan in the middle is just so bloody cool. Not to mention the dot paintings around it, the red and white, blends together really nicely. Now, making the number 10th spot, we've got the 2021 North Melbourne Indigenous Guernsey. 3 Indigenous Guernseys in a row. I didn't rate it as highly when I ranked Indigenous Guernseys back earlier this year, but I mean, you've got the 3 kangaroos coming out of the middle of the Guernsey. You've got the foot paintings of you've got the kangaroo footprints. You got the, you know, different boomerang designs as the stripes. It's bloody cool. It's a very, very nice design. And at number 9 spot, we've got a Collingwood design. Collingwood, you know, we all know it. They don't really want to go experimental with different designs. It's always quite basic, but this time round. But the design they went for way back in 2002, where they adopted the swooping magpie, is stunning. It's just a very, very nice design. The way that the magpie is placed between the stripes is just so well balanced. I just love it. It's just really nice. Now, coming in number 8 spot, we've got Adelaide's first ever Clash Guernsey they used way back in 1999. Got red at the top, dark blue at the bottom, and then the stripes in the middle, as well as the crow placed in the middle of the Guernsey. This was the old Adelaide Crows logo they used back in the days, and it is just a very, very nice Guernsey design. You can't say much wrong about this. At number 7, we've got a Western Bulldogs Clash design they used in 2016. Now, the Bulldog coming out of the side of the Guernsey just makes it look so much better. There are other people that say adding the logo to the Guernsey, you know, makes it look like a shitty training gem, makes it look cheap. But I don't think that's the case with this one. I think it looks really nice. They only used it for 1 year though in 2016, but in my opinion, the white looks better than the blue. Now, number 6, we've got the highest ranked Indigenous Guernsey, and in my opinion, it goes to the 2018 Gold Coast Indigenous design. And it all has to do with the sun in the middle. Like, just the colour scheme in this Guernsey is just so cool. I definitely would buy this Guernsey if I had the chance. Even though I don't really buy Guernseys, this should just be one that would look so cool up on a wall. Even though I don't go for Gold Coast and I couldn't really care. Yeah, it's just stunning. It's really nice. Now we get into the top 5 for my favourite Guernseys. Now at number 5, we've got a current Melbourne design that they've used since 2018. We've got the Melbourne Royal Blue Clash Guernsey. Now it is a simple design, you know, compared to a few of the others we've seen in the list, but again, it's just the colour that I like so much, and it's the Royal Blue that just stands out. Whenever I see them running out in that Guernsey, I go, geez, it just looks so bloody sick. And I think I'm not the only one who agrees. A lot of other people really like the Royal Blue. It just, you know, it looks better than Navy Blue. It's just a better looking colour, in my opinion. Number 4, we've got the Brisbane Clash Guernsey they use for away games in Melbourne. The Fitzroy style jumper that they've been using since 2015. Now, the red and the blue look magnificent together. It's just a magnificent blend of colours, not to mention the line in the middle. Great design. I mean, obviously the old Fitzroy Home Guernsey looked awesome as well, but instead, we're going to go with the Brisbane design that they use for the games in Melbourne. Really, really nice. And number 3, we've got a Guernsey that I've been hyping up for a while in my videos. Whenever I do Guernsey videos, I've always talked about how much I like this one. It's, of course, the North Melbourne Clash Guernsey back in 1996. The bouncing kangaroo, what else do you call it? It's just such a good Guernsey design. It's just one of the more iconic Guernsey designs out there. It's an iconic staple design that I'm sure many people would like to see being brought back. They briefly brought it back in 2019, but then they got rid of it, and now currently the Roos have a strange away Guernsey design that is a bit of a hit or miss for a few people. Now, coming in at second place for my second favourite AFL Guernsey, we've got the retro St Kilda Home Guernsey they used back in 1997. Now, this Guernsey was originally used as a Clash Guernsey, but it was so popular that they decided to use it as their home Guernsey. When was the last time that has happened, where an away Guernsey was so popular, then it then became the club's home Guernsey? But of course, it's just a really cool design, a unique design that fits the Saints really well. Love the colour scheme, love the red, And I think now that the Saints now have a similar away Guernsey for 2022, which I'm really, really happy about. However, we have now got the number 1 spots, and the number 1 Guernsey, in my opinion, that has ever been used in the AFL is the 2008 to 2009 Adelaide Clash Guernsey. Now, colour is a big thing with Guernseys. You know, it makes it either stand out, makes it either look shit. But obviously the colours, red, yellow, blue, great colours to work with. Placement of the crow fits perfectly. It's just something about this Guernsey, just something about it that I really, really like. It's just a stunner. It's a great Guernsey, one again that I'd probably buy if I had the chance to. Anyways though, that was the end of the video. It was a bit of a tough one to make because it's quite subjective ranking Guernseys. There's no real guideline on what could be better, what looks better. It's obviously my opinion as well, so it's obviously all just based on what looks better in my opinion. If you got your own favourites, let me know in the comments down below your top 5, top 10. I'll be happy to see them. And there's a good chance I might even do one of these for worst Guernseys, top 25 worst, potentially over the next few days. If you want to see it, comment lemon. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. We'll see you soon in the next one.